And here we see the lonely Dark Eldar. The Dark Eldar has noticed a mate and is going to attempt to lure her in by charging 2d6. And then you roll 2d6 and you fail it like that. And you say, unfortunately, the lonely Eldar has failed the charge. Subsequently, he has been overwatched. A David Attenborough narrated kill team match that teaches you the rules while being a bit silly about stuff. What do you think, guys? Hello everyone, welcome to Glass Half Dead. I'm here with another hobby time rant. Although it's not really a rant. Today I'm just going to have a little chat about the future of Kill Team. Or more precisely, my future of Kill Team. I do have another thing I want to talk about coming up. But that really does involve being at the computer. So I can't really do it here. Or I could. I know exactly what I want to say. But this is just a bad visual when talking about what I want to talk about. So for now, we're looking at me clip sprues. Isn't that good stuff? So, by the way, this is the kit that I've obviously just opened up in the previous unboxing. I've just put together my Dark Eldar, which are the yellow guys you could just see here. And here we have the first bit of terrain that I put together, the Eldar Ruin, or Ruin, which actually looks pretty cool, I've got to say. Yeah, looks much cooler in person once it's all done up. And I think it will probably look quite nice once I've painted it as well. Also, I guess this I'm doing kind of a what have you got on your hobby bench moment, aren't I? So these are the Dark Eldar. That's not focusing at all. And as you can see, I've spray painted them yellow, which is questionable to most people, I would suspect. And that's fair. That is fair. It's a bright, vivid yellow. But what I'm going to do is hit it with an Agrax Earthshade, really take it down, make it gritty, and have the contrasting colour be black. Oops. Or possibly purple. And do that. And this is one of my Sybarites. Well, I've done a funky little conversion there. That's the Phantasm grenade launcher, because with Sybarite, you are allowed to swap their splinter rifle for a pistol, and you don't have to give them a close combat weapon. So they then have a free hand that you can't legally, if you're playing WYSIWYG, put anything in. So at first I just wanted hand pointing, but that didn't really work. So instead I've given him this, which is going to count as his Phantasm grenade launcher, which is just, so that's a bone sword, or a power sword that comes in the set, and that's arm for it. Then it's a splinter rifle cut at just the barrel, not the barrel, the barrel, no, I literally just said barrel. The bulbous bit, whatever that is, and then cut the barrel off and just stuck the little bit on the end. I'm quite happy with that. Looks funky. Also, I will say, having put together this type of plastic, much tougher to cut the sprues out of, etc., than this type of plastic. It's much harder, requiring a lot more force from my already very blunt scalpel here. But I like having a blunt scalpel, so anyway, let's stop rambling and try to get to what I was actually going to talk about, because it's been almost 5 minutes now and I haven't got to a point, although that does sound kind of like me in general. So I wanted to talk today just about where I plan to go with Kill Team. My channel up to this point, I've done about 22 videos, something like that. And I've tried to do 5 days a week. That's a lot of videos to be putting out. I doubt I will continue at that rate. However, when it comes to YouTube and its algorithms, posting on a regular basis gets you put into people's recommended videos, and that's the main reason I did it. So, sounds a little bit mercenary, but there you go. Oh, I'm going to lose a thumb. Jesus Christ. Didn't quite cut myself, we're okay. So that's why I've done this. But I do want, like, I am enjoying myself, actually. I'm really enjoying... So the reason I decided to go to YouTube with this is that my local game store, although being local, and is very local, I don't really get many games in. And so, but I do enjoy playing, but for some reason, the local game store is quite cliquey, you know? And I don't care enough to get into one of those cliques. I just want to play some games. And so whenever I post on the Facebook group for my local game store, nobody ever replies. So there you go. Although having said that, since I started playing Kill Team, there are 1 or 2 guys that are like, oh yeah, I'm close by as well. Let me know and we can play some games together. So that's cool. That's cool. But the reason I went to this is because I just like talking to people, I guess. Online. And I do that on Reddit. But then at the same time, I don't like social media. So a little bit of a confusion there. A bit of a juxtaposition. So the reason I started this YouTube... Fuck me. We're okay. Surprised that didn't happen earlier, to be honest. Let's find a plaster. Okay, we're back. Got a plaster on now. No blood on the model, so we're okay. Does hurt a little bit to hold, though. Whoops. So, lost my train of thought a bit, I'll be honest, guys. There is some serious Nurgle's rot going on this. Like, I probably need a new blade because this is rusty. Might die from a tetanus. Anyway, yeah, so I don't really like social media. I can handle Reddit because that's obviously a community that deals with itself. But for some reason, I just don't like Facebook. I don't keep up with it. I don't really get Instagram. But I do like things, and I do want to talk about things. And I guess YouTube is kind of a platform for that, I guess. And that's why I'm here. I do want to continue making videos. And I like talking to people. Please do leave comments if there's anything I can do to help. Or if you think I'm just getting all the rules wrong, tell me. Although, talking about getting all the rules wrong, segue, that's kind of... I feel like, at the moment, I have a pretty good grasp on the rules. I feel like I can quite happily play a game and be confident that I made... I'm not going to say no mistakes, because, you know, in the heat of the moment, who knows? But I'm pretty confident that I get the majority of the rules correct, and I don't really have to think too hard about them at this point. And so, because of that, I feel like I can start doing other things. And that's the way I work. I need to learn the rule set in a very competitive way, if you will, and be very anal and pedantic about the rules so that I know that I'm getting them correct. But once I am getting them correct, I'm okay with changing them. You know, I am now comfortable enough that I'm happy to not play the rules correctly, because I know that I can get them right if I want. What I want to do is, first off, get some games in with my lovely, bright, yellow, beautiful Dark Eldar, because I haven't done that yet. And I do feel kind of bad talking about a faction if I haven't played them yet, because it's great to theory craft things, but until you play them, who really knows? God, I'm going to cut my other thumb with how tough this stuff is. So, for example, the Dark Eldar, to me, look pretty solid on paper. Obviously, that was entirely the wrong word to use. They look paper thin. However, once you get them into combat, they should start getting some work done. And I quite like that in an army. Well, like with Marines, you know, they're hitting on threes, and I like that reliable shooting. But for some reason, I tend to lean towards Xenos, whatever. Just as factions. Don't really know why. It's not that I don't like the Imperium. For example, I love Dark Angels. Like, I've got a Dark Angels cup. I've got a Dark Angels notebook, you know. I've bought Deathwatch. I even went out and bought the Deathwatch start collecting set. I'm not doing that, because I thought, hey, these guys are cool. But for some reason, I do always find myself leaning towards Xenos, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that I'm a dirty Xenos lover. Interestingly, just the other day, talking about being a dirty Xenos lover, I was browsing through the old YouTube, and 40k Theories, which is another channel, one of the big 40k ones, has just popped up in my recommended, has a video called "Can Humans and Eldar Interbreed?" I didn't watch the video, but I'm betting the answer is yes, because Eldar are just elves, and we all know that half elves exist. So there you go. I suspect the reason they don't is because, of course, the Eldar be less perverse than they once were. But back when they were perverse, they totally would be banging humans 24/7. Which I suspect is what Dark Eldar do. Just saying. Again, I'm rambling a lot here. My plans next for this channel are to run a campaign. Oh, yeah, no, so this might be a terrible idea, okay? But I want to do battle reports. But lots and lots of people already do battle reports, and I've watched them, and they do them better than I will be able to do them, because I don't much like editing videos. I do edit videos, because I say these are my keywords, and so. I say, oh, and I cough. Those 4 things I have to edit out so much. It's crazy. Very annoying as well. I let a few get through, not the coughs, but the little like starter sentences, which are really just me thinking. I let some of them get through, but not all of them. I cut out, I reckon, at least 50% of all of the so's, and ands that I say. Filler words while my slow brain catches up. So what I want to do, said so, didn't I, is battle reports. And I had 2 ideas for this. So I kind of want to do like a narrative battle report. It's not quite what I mean. Oh no, it is. So I kind of want to do a narrative campaign, but it would be super custom. It would be more like a story. So, you know, we'd be following Inquisitor Slashy Whip Woman and her little band of dudes as they go. And of course, you know, each match would be played out, but I'd kind of report it back to you lovely viewers in sort of in a very narrative way. So, you know, there may be like, and here we see blah, 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 and they need to get here. And then I'd still show the dice rolls so that you can see that all the story is actually happening because of how the game went, but it wouldn't be like a big overhead shot and we're just two people playing a game. But I'm not quite sure how that would work, so I might do one, then realise it doesn't work very well and just stop. But you know, you got to try new things, so I might do that. Then the other thing I was thinking, and this will be less work, so this might be what I actually end up doing, because again, 5 videos a week is a lot of videos, and that it is going to reduce at some point. But what I was thinking of doing was kind of a David Attenborough narrates a battle sort of thing. So for example, we might have these two guys fighting. It's this guy's activation, and it would be something like, you know, and here we see the lonely Dark Eldar. The Dark Eldar has noticed a mate and is going to attempt to lure her in by charging 2d6. And then you roll 2d6 and you fail it like that. And you say, unfortunately, the lonely Eldar has failed the charge. Subsequently, he has been overwatched by a blaster pistol and has lost his head in a very untimely way. You know, that kind of thing. So you'd get the dice rolls, and then it would just kind of be me making fun of it, really. If I was good, what I would also do is actually make it a learning game. Does that sound like something that could be fun, guys? This is a genuine question. I also have to question, why are you still here at 20 minutes of me rambling and cutting myself? If anyone has made it this far, why? So that's what I'm thinking. A David Attenborough narrated kill team match that teaches you the rules while being a bit silly about stuff. What do you think, guys? This has gone on way too long. I have to edit this, and editing takes longer than recording. So I hope I've knocked this down to like 11 minutes tops, but I know I haven't. Anyway, I am going to go and paint these and finish building everything and hopefully not cut myself again. Right. Have a good one, everyone. Glass Half Dead, signing off. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of other stuff, I guess, but I don't know what. Have a good day.